Welcome to our coverage of the 2026 eight-player All-Star Game. We visit with the South All-Stars head coach, Ev Wick. Coach, thanks for spending the time. Let's just talk about getting to know these guys. We take players from a large part of the state and we put them all on your team. And your job as a coach is probably to get to know these guys a little bit. And so just tell us what that process is like for you and them to know each other and just come together as a team in a short amount of time.
Yeah, so when we're selecting the team, kids need to be nominated, and we kind of spread it out throughout the state of who we're going to maybe look at. Well, when you look at the South isn't really the South. It's based on conferences because we go from DeSoto all the way to Sebastopol. And then as far north as like Marion and Bancroft and all that. So, it stretches out a long radius, but we kind of rely on the other coaches' suggestions, looking at film. Getting to know the guys is some of them we compete against. So some of the kids on our team are from our conference. But then, with 8-man being the way it is, we've seen film on quite a few of those guys as well. The process is pretty, unique on how everything just falls into place. Kids do a great job hanging out throughout the week and getting to know each other and make sure nobody's sitting there by themselves, just the way they room and kind of put them by position. And, it's just kind of cool how it all, as DeSoto, we're the farthest actually away from Oshkosh with the team. We're about 3.5 hours from Oshkosh. And, it's kind of odd that we're the farthest away and we're the ones, in charge of the team this year. So it's just been a great experience.
When you say Marion is south, it's the same thing as saying north of Wisconsin Dells is up north. We know right away you're not from Wisconsin if that's what you're really talking about.
Correct.
It's a fun week. I want to talk to you about those fun activities. But first, how do you and the coaches go about putting together a game plan? Obviously, these are all-stars. These are smart football players. But how do you go about putting together a game plan in a short amount of time that the guys can execute come kickoff?
So we kind of put a plan together what we wanted to do coming into the week. And the guys we've talked to that have done in the past, I asked some former coaches for their practice plans and how much is too much, what's not. But, after the first day, like they absorb a lot. You got the best of the best. So we're not, having to coach a freshman 6 times on how to do one play. They show them one time, they got it. So you really can move along and put things in, and our kids just absorb everything we've kind of thrown at them, and we've tried to make it as easy as possible too. You're getting some teams that don't throw the ball, more than 2 or 3 times a game, and then you got some that haven't taken a snap under center. So you got a wide variety of kids. But the one thing that's kind of common, like, oh, we do this, but we just call this. So just basically a lot of terminology that you got to kind of get on the same page, and then just relying on the coaches too. My D coordinator from DeSoto ended up coming with, and he's paired up with one of the players' dads too from another conference. So he kind of knows the strengths of the kids on that side of the ball. And then, we have the offensive side too. We just kind of work together to try to do what we can.
Tell us about the off time. It's a fun experience for the guys. They get to bond and meet new kids, and meet maybe new friends for life. What is their off time? What are some of the fun activities they've got to do all week?
I mean, due to some air conditioning things, some of those have been kind of just adjusted. But the pool's open. We got them in the weight room, the rec center. Even they just like hanging out in the rooms. As weird as that sounds, it's AC. So they're sitting there, they're, some playing video games on the downtime. A lot of them are taking naps, which is great with the heat and just getting out of that. But, they're just being around each other after practice. They'll go walk down the street, get something to eat together. It's just those little things that are, a lot of these guys from the same conferences kind of know each other. And then the guys that are rooming with them, they kind of draw each other in. So it's, you kind of see them walking down the street, and there's not just 1 or 2 of them. There's always, 6 to 10 of them. So it's a good experience. They've done a really good job.
Kickoff coming up at 6 o'clock. Let's talk about some of the names we're going to get to hear during the game. Let's start on the offensive side. Tell us about your quarterback and what we should expect to see offensively from your squad.
Yeah, so our quarterback is Logan Shu out of Sebastopol. he's done a really, really good job. There's a lot of stuff that we do quarterback wise with our offense, and same thing. He goes, well, yeah, I've done this. It's just called this. So I just need to know, so he's a dual threat kid. We'll rely on him on the offensive line, kind of led by Lincoln Lobbs out of Oakfield. He's a 2-time All-State kid, moves extremely well. It's been a leader for that crew on up front there.
On the defensive side, you're looking for a game wrecker. Who are we going to lean on the defensive side?
Yeah, we have a couple of a good defensive linemen there. We had Gavin Tamley out of North Crawford. He's had a good week. Evan Monfrey out of Green Bay NEW. Those two guys. Then we have some back half guys that can play too. Get the state 100-meter winner out of Ross Schultz on our team, and somebody gets by him, he can recover in a hurry. So it's fun to, we got, like what I told the kids, early in the week, like, it's fun for a coach too. We got the best toys in the toy box. We have access to what we need. It's awesome.
Last handful of years, the North has kind of run that football field. How do your guys turn it around after kickoff?
They are aware of that. They bring it up. They're like, we want to be the ones that try to fix that. And, they're working like they want to. And, it's just a good thing. There's a lot of self-motivation in a game like this too, because they do take it to heart. And a lot of these guys, that's their last chance to put the pads on too. So not many teams can not many guys get the chance to end their career with a win, unless you're winning a state title or you're really bad and don't make the playoffs, you win your last game. So there's not much of an in-between there. And a lot of these guys have been in successful programs.
Lastly, let's talk about the other thing that's going on besides the football game. We're raising money for the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. Just remind the audience what that means and what your players have had going on in order to help the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin.
Right. All our players, every level of the All-Star games, from 8 to the large, their player minimum is $750. All of our kids, I believe we were the only team that all of our kids did that. Some team told us they're higher, but all of our kids raised that, and then it goes all directly to Children's Wisconsin. The kids get to hear a story from one of the families that have benefited from their fundraising efforts, and it's an impactful event for them too, so they can meet and see what kind of impact they've had, throughout there. And it's been a long process to get to this week, with the fundraising and the practices and things like that go on. And, it's also good for them to realize one last time why they're here.
And of course, those of you watching at home, you can help the cause as well. Donate at Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. South All-Stars head coach Ev Wick, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Coaches teach your kids to dream. Coaches teach your kids to overcome. Coaches teach your kids good sportsmanship. Coaches teach your kids proper technique. But who teaches your coaches?
It's so easy to place students in boxes, tell them they can only be one thing, drawing lines and creating sides. There's us and there's them, athletes versus the rest. An identity associated with a sport, player first, person second.
I play basketball. I run cross country.
I run cross country.
I run cross country, track, and play basketball.
I run track.
I play soccer, hockey, and baseball.
I play tennis.
I play football and I run track.
I play soccer, but I'm more.
I'm the manager of the school store. I'm an SBLA finalist.
I'm a certified nursing assistant.
I'm a livestock judge. I'm student council president.
I work with Special Olympics.
I'm one of the leads in the fall musical.
I'm a part of Big Brothers Big Sisters.
I compete with the WIHA.
I'm more than an athlete. I'm more than an athlete.
I'm more than an athlete.
I'm more than an athlete.
I'm more than an athlete. I'm more than an athlete.
Pre-game coverage continues here on Zaleski Sports. Kickoff of the 2026 8-player All-Star Game coming up at 6 o'clock. And we are here with the North All-Star head football coach, Todd Rail. Coach, let's just talk about being the head coach. Tell me about the selection process and what this nomination has meant for you as a football coach.
It was really special. Doug Sarver called me up, and, when he asked me, I was completely blown away. I asked him, in that moment, I just said, well, can I just know who else was on the list? Because I'm going to have to pick my assistants. And when he started naming them off, I was like, I was just completely blown away, humbled, and just honored. I coached in this game last year as an assistant with an amazing coaching staff, and I saw the amount of effort that was put into it by Coach Rosemeyer. And I just, a little nervous, a little scared at first, but then I knew what this game was about. I knew what the level of it takes, and I just thought, okay, let's give her a run, put the great staff together, and let's go. And just completely humbled and honored to be a part of this whole week. So it's been great.
One of the challenges for a football coach in this scenario is you've got a handful of practices, and then we got game coming up tonight. So what was your strategy coming in to get everybody on the same page, get the plays installed, get all the routine done, and get this team ready to play?
Yeah, it started with the staff. We brought an unbelievable staff together. My first phone call was to Ryan Karsten. He was the AD at Siren High School. This is his last 8-man hurrah. He's going to Menominee. He's going to be coaching 11-man there, and just having him run the defense. And then my second call was Coach Precor, who I've coached against many times from Phillips, and just having them put together their game plan. And then I knew when I saw the two nominations of Coach Frafjord, Aaron Frafjord of Flambeau, and Brett Ludasher, and both of Flambeau, the caliber of coaches they've been in my previous, coaching with them. I knew by putting them together, letting them do what they do, they had a game plan coming in. And we knew that there was going to be a little rocks and boulders to kind of keep pushing uphill and dodging with the offense a little bit with some terminology, just because the offense is a little different. But, being able to run Siren's defense, being able to run Phillips' offense, a little bit single wing, and then a little bit of what we run is our spread combination. It was just, how do we make it work? How do we make it simple? How do we get these kids to get it caught on by, yesterday? Yesterday's kind of our goal. Like, hey, Thursday, let's just be clicking and be on, and then clean it up Friday morning. And this, our way over here, let's feel confident so we come out and do what we do.
You've got a team of all-stars, so these are the best of the best from your region that you're coaching from. What were the challenges, though? You mentioned, getting them ready. What were some of the challenges, and how do they help you make it easy, being the caliber of players that they are?
I'll tell you, it's amazing how a lot of these teams, because they play against each other, they know who each other were. I mean, we brought them together on Monday, and I just said, hey, listen, you're the 22 best in northern Wisconsin. We know you can play football. We know that you got to play football. We're going to work together. We do a lot of team bonding things throughout this past week. And, we took them, like I said, the other night we went to hibachi. We had some things kind of get, and it just to see these kids that have never seen those things and experience some new experiences, things like that. But the biggest challenge is just terminology. Our terminology is different than that terminology, this terminology. And I'll be really honest, I knew that there were some teams that maybe don't like each other. You had Gilman and, I've got kids from Gilman and McDonald and Flambeau. I was rooming them together. I wanted them to understand, you guys were, at one time, enemies maybe, but now, hey, we're together. We're the North. Let's come together this week. Let's figure out, get past all that other stuff, move forward, and let's play some football. So they've done a great job. Our staff's done a great job just getting them to bond and do some great things together. So it's been fun.
Let's talk about the offensive side of the ball here as we begin to get ready for kickoff coming up at 6 o'clock. Tell us about who you're leaning on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, I think it all starts behind big number 70, Mason Bussey. He's all-state offensive lineman. And, he's got to set the pace for us running the ball. And We got, two of the top 2 running backs this past year in the state, and Cole Schley from Flambeau, and then the 8-man player of the year, Dawson Moulton from Chippewa Falls McDonald. Getting them comfortable to get to what they've done all year long. Run the ball hard, make some plays, and go and do what they do. And the other guy we're looking at a lot is Dane Mumm out of Clayton. Dane's done some great things all week. We've been moving him all around just to try to get his athleticism exposed and do some great things there. Defensively, was that just offensively or just the?
Yeah, no, go ahead. I mean, defense wins championships, Coach, and they've been a big factor. Yeah,
absolutely. So defensively, it's really hard to just point one guy out. We got guys all week just been flying around, making plays, making our jobs not real fun offense on the offensive side, but. You got Anthony Surichek from Gilman, sets the tone and just about everything he does. Just intelligent young man and just flies around, makes a lot of plays, does a lot of great things. Chance Ludasher from Flambeau has just had a really good week, doing some great things out there. And we just haven't been able to do a lot of the things we want to do because he's kind of always making a play during practice. And then Eli Stepp, those 3 guys. In the defensive backfield, and Eli being from Chippewa Falls McDonald, just 3 guys that, Eli's all over the field. And he'll tell you, I'll be all over the field. He's going to make every play. He's going 100 miles an hour, and he's got one gear. And then just up front, we got 2 really good defensive ends from Frederick. Freddie Nelson and Bartlett from Ryan Bartlett from Frederick. They've been a problem for us this week, so we're going to hope they're going to be a problem for the South. And I tell you what, there's a reason why Frederick was where they were, and there are 2 big reasons for that. So those are kind of the guys we're looking at are going to have a big game. But the thing I love about this All-Star game is somebody shows up that you just didn't expect was going to just do some amazing things. And here we are, because they're all All-Stars, and that's the fun part about this week. So.
Coach, you mentioned problems. I talked to your counterpart in red, Coach Wick, just a few moments ago. One of the problems for the guys in red is the guys in blue have won the last 4 years. Do you and the guys talk about that? Obviously you want to win the game, but do you talk about, I suppose, the reputation that's been going on the blue side?
Sure. We spent about 30 seconds just kind of mentioning it on Monday, like, hey, there's a tradition here, and there's alumni that played in this game that want us to continue that run, and but we have to do what we got to do. So our biggest focus has just been on, let's get it out of the way, and then we're done talking about it. We'll figure it out on Friday and by how we play. Just talk to the guys about, we got to control our controllables. We can't control the streak. We can't control, all those other things, just attitude, effort, and energy. Let's go full bore, and I think good things will happen for the North.
Yeah, and it'd be one thing if it was the same team every year, but this is a different team last year, a different team this year. So that's kind of where the streak is a little invalid, though, in that same way. Coach, I just go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
Oh, and I'll tell you right now, Coach Wick over there, he's got a heck of a South team this year. This is one of the better South teams I've seen, and we've had some great South teams, but you look over on that side of the ball, and it's all Stater, and I'm going, we're in for a good slobber knocker here on Friday, and I'm like, so tonight's going to be fun, going to be an enjoyable game.
I like that, folks. Coach Todd Rail giving us some coach speak right away, too. A little Bill Belichick creeping out. I want to wrap up with this. One of the main reasons, if not the main reason that we're here, is we are fundraising for Children's Hospital. Just remind the folks at home that maybe don't know about this, what your kids have been doing to raise money for this event.
Yeah, so every athlete and coach was asked to raise $750 for this. For Children's Hospital of Wisconsin, and we've been doing that since about April. And our goal for the 8-man North here was $40,000. Our team actually had 3 of the top 20 sellers out of the 200 and some sellers in the state that were in, and we ended up raising we actually succeeded that goal, went over $40,000, and that will go towards all the children's. We actually had, Dane Mumm was one of the top 10 sellers of all the whole All-Star from Clayton. And he just, and we're talking about North. We're talking Clayton, Wisconsin. We're talking Russ County, talking Price County, Sawyer County, and these counties aren't the most lucrative counties but I'll tell you what, carrying people up here in the north, carrying people out in the south, east and west of Wisconsin, that's what makes Wisconsin special. And that's been our message all week. These kids, this is more than a football game. Our kids met yesterday with a family from Children's, and it's just like I think they finally got it. Like there's just more to football, and football will eventually end, and life's going to come, and there's people, and it was just kind of neat to see some kids kind of get emotional and understand that we're here to win a football game, but man, am I lucky I get to play football. And that's what I love about this game. And there's so many life lessons taught. And this week, I've seen these guys just grow like that. It's just been fun to watch. And just a special week for not only for football, but for the state of Wisconsin, the WFCA, and 8-man. So.
Coach, thanks to you and the players and all the rest of the guys for helping out. Folks at home can find out more and donate yourself at Children's Hospital online. Coach, we got kickoff coming up. Good luck tonight.
All right. Thank you very much. Go North.
Kickoff coming up next with Mike Wendland on the call. I will be back with you at halftime with Travis Wilson. Enjoy the game, everybody.
From Phillips, number 22, Zaleski. From Tambo, number 26, Chance Lukasher. From McDonald Central Catholic, number 32, Dawson Milton. From Phillips, number 33, Caleb Chesels. From McDonald Central Catholic, number 35, Justin Crawl. From Frederick, number 44, Frederick Nelson. From Owen Rickey, number 48, Jack Wendler. From Bruce, number 66, Jake Logic. From McDonald Area Catholic, number 70, Mason Bussey. From Siren, number 77, Gunnar King. And from the Donald Catholic High School, number 87, Ryan Zaleski. The coaching staff of the North. Head coach Todd Roll from Bruce. And assistant coaches Aaron Freifjord from Flambeau, Ryan Karsten from Siren, Brett Lukasher from Flambeau, and Steve Kukor from Phillips. Your North All-Stars. And now for the South Squad. From Lena, number 0, Max Peterson. From North Crawford, number 1, Cullen Jacobus. From Owen Bancroft, number 2, Caden Agnes. From Belmont, number 3, Tyler Kismore. From New Catholic, number 4, Everett Pent. From Oakfield, number 5, James Krautzer. From Tri-County High, Dallas Copper, number 7, Jacob McCarrick. From Oakfield, number 8, Will Bile. From Tigerton, number 9, Sam Enhauser. From Rosswood, number 10, Alex Griezmann. From Highland, number 11, Hayden Washer. From Sebastopol, number 12, Logan Shue. From Russell, number 16, Hayden Zick. From DeSoto, number 21, Bryce Schultz. From Owen Bancroft, number 22, Emmett Stiles. From Northeast Wisconsin Lutheran, number 23, Evan Monfrey. From North Carolina, number 34, Gavin Campbell. From Lehman, number 42, Blake Finke. From Belmont, number 45, Cody Patel. From Marion, number 62, Nolan Wisniewski. From Belmont, number 71, Trenton Paulson. And from Oakfield, number 76, Lincoln Blades. The coaching staff on the South Squad, head coach Ev Wick from DeSoto. Assistant coaches, Mark Freedy from Marion, Nick Mooney from DeSoto, Corey Rickers from Oakfield, Jason Stiles from Alden Bancroft, and student manager Maddox Wicks from DeSoto. Your South All-Stars. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you please rise if you are able at this time and face the flag at the south end of the stadium as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Our anthem concluded. We're moments away from the opening kickoff here at the WFCA 8-player All-Star Game here from Titan Stadium at the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. Glad to have you joining us here on Zaleski Sports. My name is Mike Wendland. Katie elected on the production side of things today as we get set for this one. A warm day, but an awesome crowd here and thousands of dollars raised for the children's Wisconsin. It's been an awesome environment to see. Every year it's always cool to see the kids, the coaches, fans all come together, raise some money, and really help out a lot of young kids as we get set for this one. It's the North versus the South. The North in the blue, red, or South in the red. So we get set for this one. We're waiting for our captains to come out for the coin toss. As the North captains are ready to head out there. They're lined up on the far side of the field. Again, a toasty day here for All-Star Weekend. 2 games tomorrow. Small school and large school, but everything gets started with 8-player in just a few minutes' time. So as we wait for our captains, let's take a look at our starting lineups. We have the offense, defense first. We'll start with the offense for the South team. And they will line up as follows. It'll be Logan Shue from Sevastopol. He'll be taking the snaps. He's our quarterback. Tyler Kismore and Caleb Zick from Belmont and Rasha will be in the backfield. Your wide receivers are going to be Caden Washer from Highland. Bryce Schultz from DeSoto is the tight end. Your offensive line will be Lincoln Lobbs, Blake Benke at guard, Trenton Paulson at center for the South offense. Now for the South defense, and Coach Ev Wick. Your defensive line, Bo Bile from Oakfield, Evan Monfrey, and Gavin Tamling, as well as Emmett Stiles as well. So they're going to do a 4-2-2 look. Your linebacker core is going to be Caden Hagnes and Max Peterson. Your defensive backs, Alex Wiersba and Cullen Jacobus. Again, for Coach Ev Wick of DeSoto and the South All-Stars. The North offense for Coach Todd Rail of Bruce. Cole Schley is going to be the quarterback from Flambeau. He'll have Dawson Moulton and Aaron Zaleski from McDonald's Central, and Phillips in the backfield. His wide receiver is going to be Dane Mum from Clayton. Ryan Smiskey from McDonald's, the tight end. And the offensive line, Justin Quall and Mason Bussey, the guards, both from McDonald. The center is Jack Wendler from Owen Withey. And the North defense, they're going to do a 3-2-3 look. Brett Bartlett and Frederick Nelson, the defensive ends. Gunnar Immy from Sirens at the nose. Your linebacking core, Eli Stepp and Sawyer Zeus, I should say. Leaf Lottie and Chance Ledesher are your corners, and Tony Suraychek from Gilman is the starting safety for the North All-Stars and Coach Todd Rail of Bruce. Again, assisted by Aaron Frafshore from Flambeau, Ryan Carson from Siren, Brett Ledesher from Flambeau, Steve Precourt from Phillips. For the South, Ev Wick from DeSoto's head coach, Mark Freedy from Marion, Nick Mooney from DeSoto, Cody Rickard from Oakfield, and Jason Stiles from Almond Bancroft. The coaching staff for the South All-Stars. Looks like for the South captains heading out there, Sam Anheuser from Marion Tigerton. Caden Hagnes from Almond Bancroft. Caleb Zick from Rosholt. And Trenton Paulson from Belmont, the captains for the South. And now they will bring out the captains for both teams. I think some of the youngsters are going to be going out there as well with the teams today. Again, since this event started, there's been over $5 million raised for Children's Wisconsin. Thousands or just this year, looking at some of the money the players and coaches have raised, it's an impressive amount and phenomenal to see.
The Kinsey family is honored to be here representing Children's Wisconsin and in memory of their daughter Zoe. Joining the Kinsey family are Children's Wisconsin representatives Sandy Pauley, Casey Woodside, and Campbell Crenshaw.
So our lead official going over the ground rules. So you got one of the families impacted by the money raised. Go out there and they think they're going to flip the coin. We'll see how this game gets started. First, big thanks to Jason Zaleski talking with Coach Ev Wick and Todd Rail for our pregame show. We'll have our MVPs on the field after the game. Head down there and winning players on offense and defense.
For the coin toss, red will be red, tail will be blue. Toss it in the air and let it land on the ground.
Nice toss.
Good toss. It is a head. Red is one to toss. Your choice is. They are going to defer. Blue, which way would you like to pick? Or which way would you like to receive? See that's added? Okay. Red, take it, put your back this way. Blue, take it, put your back that way. Red, one to toss. Deferred, and we'll kick to blue. Gentlemen, shake hands and good luck.
So as you heard The South won the toss. They've deferred their choice the second half. We'll see the North offense first. And quarterback Cole Schley and company. They will go right to left as you look at your screen. So we'll get our kickoff in just a couple of moments. So as we're going to take one very quick timeout just to catch our breath, get ourselves ready for the opening kickoff, which is just moments away. It is the WFCA 8-player All-Star game right here on Zaleski Sports.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
These jerseys were
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
What the? Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Opening kick now about to go. It's a end-over-end kick. Will go over the top, take a bounce, be picked up there at the 7-yard line. And breaking a couple of tackles, cutting up 20-25 into the 27-yard line. To get things going is Dawson Moulton from McDonald Central Catholic. Seven seconds. We'll get our first look at Cole Schley, Mr. Dawson Moulton, and Aaron Zaleski. The starting backfield for the North. It'll be a single back off to the left. And direct snap for Moulton. He'll break outside, past the 30, tripped up at the 32-yard line on a gain of 4. We are underway. Second down and 6 yards to go. 30 seconds into this first quarter. Again, the dual back look. See who gets the direct snap once again. It's Moulton. He'll cut up, breaks back in and tripped up and brought down a gain of a yard, maybe 2. It'll be third and medium. Nice open field tackle there. Looks like Everett Plent may have come through from Newman and making the tackle. Third down and 4 yards to go. It's good to be back on the gridiron. We'll have the 2026 season in basically about a month from now. Good things going. Schley by himself in the gun. Send him back, and now they're going to do a design keeper. He's going to truck his way for a first down past the 40 to the 43-yard line on a gain of 10. Cole Schley breaks through for a nice 10-yard burst. All that misdirection worked effectively. First down and 10 at the 43. Ball lined up dead center. And Schley by himself. He'll keep it himself, runs right into a wall, breaks a couple of tackles, gets past the 45 to the 47. A gain of 4.
Ball on the carry, Pens on the stop. Gain of 3, second and 7.
He'll give him a gain of 3. The North moving effectively. A couple of nice runs and some power running from Flambeau's Cole Schley. And a 4-man front for the South. They do a 4-2-2. Counter left, cutting back and breaking tackles, and a first down into opposing territory down to the 44. Is Aaron Zaleski from Phillips.
Zaleski on the carry. First and 10 from the 44.
Game of about 8. Design quarterback run. Schley cuts back left. He's got a hole. Cuts the outside. And is brought down shy of the 35. Mark him at the 36. On a gain of 8. Second down and 2. And Schley will again be in that empty backfield. Again, design quarterback draw. Spins out of a tackle, diving forward for a first down, just shy of the 30, mark him at the 31. Gain of 5. Running right into the teeth of that defense. Led by Evan Monfrey at the nose. Everything on the ground. 8th play coming up for the North All-Stars. Again, no lineup. And bring Moulton into the backfield. He'll take the direct snap, gets a block from his quarterback, cuts inside, up the hash. Diving past the 25 and brought down at the 20. They'll mark him at the 26-yard line. Gain of 5.
Gain of 5, 7 and 5.
I think an equipment issue. They're going to take Schley off the field. Get looked at, I think, maybe looking at his arm for the trainer. So we'll see who comes in as the next quarterback. It looks like just the 2 backs. And we're going to get a false start. So a false start, pushing back 5, make it second down and 10. 5:20 to go here in the first quarter. So they had Zaleski and Moulton. Schley back out there. He'll be by himself in the gun. Moulton will motion to the backfield. They're going to do a counter cutting left. That's Zaleski. Cuts inside, back past the 25, down at the 24-yard line. He gets 6. Make it 3rd down and 4 for Aaron Zaleski. We're going to give him a gain of 7. So 3rd and 3. Line to gain just outside the 21-yard line. Over half the quarter taken on this opening drive by North. They'll put Molden in the backfield to the right of his quarterback, Schley. South looking like they're going to send some pressure. Now a design snap, cutting back inside, cutting back in. He's got the 1st down and more. Dragging a defender in just shy of the 15-yard line. Mark him right at the 15 on a gain of 9. Dawson Moulton with a big-time run, and it's 1st and 10. As North's power run game continues to be effective. A long time-consuming drive. 6 minutes gone by here in this first quarter, playing 4 10-minute quarters tonight. Again, direct snap, and they're going to take the counter inside the 10. Zaleski still on his feet. He'll get to the 5. He'll get 10. It'll be very close to a 1st down. And it looks like it will be a 1st down. They run that counter for Zaleski, his 3rd carry. Third carry, 27 yards for Zaleski. 4 for 20 for Moulton, 4 for 26 for Schley. Those 3 have done heavy lifting with the ball. Here's Moulton, jumping, cutting outside, breaks a tackle, stutter steps, and he's in. Touchdown! Dawson Moulton from 4 yards out puts it in, and it is 6-0 in favor of the Northern All-Stars. A 72-yard drive. Conversion pending. Schley trying to break a couple tackles, trying to, he's not going to get there. Conversion is no good. And with 3:15 to go here in quarter number 1, it is 6-0 in favor of the Northern All-Stars as you are watching the WFCA 8-player All-Star game on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Want to save even more at Fleet Farm? Sign up for Fleet Rewards for exclusive offers and deals. Earn points every time you shop. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Plus, earn rewards even faster with the Fleet Rewards credit card. Get 4 times the points every time you use your Fleet Rewards credit card. Start shopping and start saving even more with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Drive that took 6 minutes and 38 seconds. Led to 6 points from Dawson Moulton. We get a little onside kick. It got past 10 yards. Looks like it's covered up there by Everett Puentz, and we'll get our first look at the South right at midfield.
First down South at the 50.
So we're going to first look at Logan Shue from Sevastopol, the starting quarterback. Running backs Caleb Zick and Tyler Kismore, Bryce Schultz the tight end, Caden Washa wide out. Blake Benke and Lincoln Lobbs the guards, Trenton Paulson the center to start. trying to answer the early touchdown. They're going to bring in a jumbo package and line up under center. Offset eye to the left. Toss left. Trying to turn upfield. Not much there. Maybe a yard, if that. That might have been Max Peterson. Number 0. For no gain on the play. Peterson listed as a starting linebacker from Lena St. Thomas Aquinas. So second down and 10. He was pushed out of bounds. Trip receivers to the bottom of your screen, right side of the formation. And they'll send a man in motion. Design quarterback run, and nothing there. Brought down in the backfield. Frederick Nelson from Frederick making the tackle and a loss of a yard for Shu. They're going to give him no gain. He got back to the line of scrimmage just barely. So Frederick from Frederick making the stop. Under 3 to go here in this first quarter. A dominating first stanza so far for the All-Stars from the north. Looking for a 3 and out. Looking to throw. He's got some time. Now flushed right. Pressure coming. Going to throw off balance. Guys, going to be floating off there. May have been deflected. It'll drop incomplete. Pressure was coming late around the edge from Brett Bartlett. And it'll be a 3 and out for the South. They gain no yards on that drive. It looks like out's going to come the punting unit, and it'll be Caden Washa from Highland who will kick it away. Back deep to return, Eli Stepp, number 7. A little bit of a high snap pressure coming. He's going to look to kick it. He will rugby style. Side spinning kick. Will take a bounce and kick to the right, and inside the 15 it goes. Rolls back up to the 14-yard line, where it will be downed by Alex Wiersba. Mark him at the 13-yard line, and that's where the North offense will take over once again. First down and 10. And we're glad to have you with us wherever you may be as we have the All-Star game of some of last year's talented seniors. See the next crop, the class 2027, taking the field again about a month from now. Stay tuned. When we get closer to kickoff days, go to ZaleskiSports.com. You'll be able to find statewide schedules. Hundreds of games for you guys this fall. Keeper breaking through his schlei, spinning past the 30 to the 33-yard line, about 32. Gain of 19. Cole Schley. $87 total yards. And they're going to send some pressure, and they're going to hand it off tackle, basic run for Mullen. Cuts outside, gets a block. Tripped up just past the 40, mark him at the 41 on a gain of 9. 6th carry, 33 yards for Dawson Moulton. We approach the final 90 seconds here of a quick moving quarter number 1. Almost exclusively on the ground. Single back to the right. Direct snap for Moulton. Sutter Seps breaks a tackle, cuts back outside. 50, 45, spinning his way to the 44-yard line.
Brought down by Peterson. First and 10 runner from the South, 44.
It's a gain of 17. Just like that, they're at the 44 of opposing territory. The South has had no answer so far. Again, Schley keeps it himself, bulldozing his way inside the 40 to the 35-yard line, marking him at the 36 on a gain of 8. Second down and 2. Looks like this will be the final play of the first quarter. Counter left, Zaleski trying to sift for a man, and he'll be cut down enough for the first down. Tackle made by Wiersba. He'll needed 2, he got 3. Clock will stop to reset the chains with 6 seconds left, and I think that'll be the final play of quarter number 1, and it will be. Teams will head to get some water, and we'll flip sides after 1 quarter. It is 6-0 in favor of the All-Stars from the North in the WFCA 8-player All-Star game on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Quarter number 2 on the way. It was all North in that first quarter. Unofficially, 124 yards of offense to 0. Just 3 plays run by the South offense. It was a 3-and-out after they got field position at midfield. 2 negative runs and an incomplete pass. And since then, everything on the ground. 17 runs for 129 yards total rushing, but they did lose 5 on a penalty, so 124 total yards of offense. The 1 touchdown scored by Dawson Moulton from 4 yards out at the 3:15 mark of quarter number 1. Again, very glad to have you joining us. My name is Mike Wendland. Katie Lecton on the production side of things today. It has been an awesome experience here, an awesome crowd. A lot of the players who are going to be playing tomorrow watching not too far in front of us in the top of the bleachers, getting ready for the 2 games tomorrow and the thousands of dollars raised for Children's Wisconsin. Over $5 million since they started. So it's a lot of dollars. 10 minutes on the clock. Second quarter about to begin. They'll switch sides. The North will go left to right. Looking at your screen, they'll have Moulton to the right of his quarterback, tight end, wing to the left. And he'll take the direct snap, looking to sweep left. Strung out nice, he'll cut back in. And he'll get a yard or 2, well defended by Everett Puent from Newman Catholic. Holds him to a gain of about 2. Also in there, Cullen Jacobus from North Crawford. I don't know if you have gone, but if you ever get a chance, go watch an 8-player game. It is a lot of fun. It can be some high-octane football. A lot of skill. It can be overlooked. There's a lot of incredible talent playing 8-player football. Second down and 8. Direct snap again. They're going to counter left. Zaleski cuts back. Runs over a couple of defenders. He'll be brought down a yard shy of the first down. He'll get 7. Wiersma in on the hit. It'll be third down. They're going to give him 6. So 3rd and 2 coming up. Moulton will be by himself, split out to the right. Design quarterback draw. And he'll break the opening tackle, get the first down. Inside the 20 he goes. Mark him down at the 18-yard line.
A
gain of 4. For Cole Schley. Minute and a half gone by here, quarter number 2. The shortest gain has been a couple of 2-yard runs. The 3 ball carriers have combined 141 yards already on the ground. 2 of them already over 50 yards. They have not attempted a pass yet. They'll have the empty backfield here. Design quarterback sweep, cutting back inside, breaking attack. That's aside, 10 to the 5. He's chopped down. He's going to be short of the goal line. Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 1 on a gain of 17. Wiersma saves a touchdown for now. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Bunch formation to the right. Design quarterback keeper cutting inside. He's going to be in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Cole Schley. The Flambeau Falcons get onto the scoreboard. It's 12-0. .7:42 to go, quarter number 2. Conversion pending. No line up in the gun, Moulton. Sorry, that's Zaleski's going to look to option pass, throwing it to the corner, not there, incomplete. And the score will be 12-0. It's been an unstoppable rushing attack from the All-Stars from the north. They lead at 12-0 in the second quarter. You're watching the WFCA 8-player All-Star game live from Oshkosh on Zaleski Sports.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
It's been all north so far. A couple of touchdown runs. Dawson Moulton and Cole Schley. They'll kick things away. They tried onside last time, and they're going to try it again. It's going to be covered up at the 48-yard line of north. As Everett Puente will cover things up. So again, plus field position for the south, going right to left now, looking at your screen. They try and get someone going. They went 3 and out on their opening touch. Coach Ev Wick will try and turn things around here. They line up in the shotgun, a back on each side. 3-3, looks like a 3-3-2 look. Counter, cutting up field, and there's the first positive run of the day, and just driving those legs forward for a first down and more. What a run from Tyler Kismore from Belmont. He'll get 15. A little bit of help from his offensive line at the end of that run, keeping those legs going. Great run looking to get some momentum back on their side. Markham just inside the 35. Trenton Paulson was helping out his former teammate. The center, now design quarterback keeper for Shu. Spinning his way inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Tony Sarachek from Gilman with the tackle. Second down and 2. They'll bring in Max Peterson. As he'll line up in the backfield. Counter to the right, turning upfield, and a helmet is off. As looks like that was Zick. We'll get a face mask of some sort. We got another flag down thrown at the end of the play. As Caleb Zick got 3. You can add on. You can add 15 more. Or this might be half the distance. So that play's not going to count. They're just going to mark him half the distance, so it's going to be no play. First down and 10 at the 13. Nice solid drive now for the South. Toss left, not much there. Zick spinning his way and brought down in the backfield. He's going to lose a couple of yards. Strung out nicely. Step in there along with Nelson. We'll credit that one for Eli Step from McDonald. He lost the 2. Line to gain just inside the 2-yard line. For quarterback Logan Shu. Again, Paulson, his center. Lobs and Benke, the guards. Shu has got to pull it back, keep it himself. He'll get tripped up and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Looked like it. Ludisher will make the stop and no gain on the play. Third down and 12. Chance Ludisher from Flambeau. So after a nice, promising drive so far, now third and long for the South. They'll have Peterson in the backfield. And split things out wide. We're going to have a timeout taken by Coach Wick. And he'll decide things. We'll keep things here with 4:41 to go here in quarter number 2. It's 12-0 North. Touchdown runs from Dawson Moulton and Cole Schley. To lead things here, conversions both unsuccessful. After an early 3-and-out, the South is having a nice, solid drive, keyed by a 14-yard run to start the drive from Tyler Kaiser. This has been an only touch of the game so far. As we'll see what they have drawn up here for this third and long. They've attempted the only official pass of the game. That was their first drive on 3rd and 10. And plenty of people hanging out here at Titan Stadium. A lot of fans on both sides, again, players for tomorrow's games. Hanging out, taking in the environment. They'll line up trips receivers to the left. Shu will be by himself. He'll have a tight end off to the right. And he'll look to throw. He's got some time now. Pressure coming. Flush right now. He's turning back toward left. Squares the hips, floats it up to the end zone, and the catch is made. Touchdown! Caden Washa from 14 yards out. And the South All-Stars are on the board. A nice broken field play from Logan Shu. It's the connection from Sevastopol to Highland. And it's 12-6 now. Conversion pending. He'll send Geismore. We're going to get a whistle. We get a delay of game. So we're going to have a delay of game on the conversion attempt. We'll kick him back 5. So conversion will now be from the 8-yard line. They'll bring a little more speed. Cody Kleteka from Belmont coming in. They'll stack up their receivers, trips right. And we have another whistle, and we get another timeout. Second timeout taken. The South not on the same page, and we'll keep things here till after the conversion. 4:35 on the clock. 12-6 your score. We've had 4 drives and 3 touchdowns in a quick moving half. We'll see what they have designed out of this second timeout taken already. Try and get back within 6. Or back within, actually 4. This conversion from the 8-yard line. And that touchdown play, just a nice play. Shu cut back left, squared his hips, squared the line of scrimmage, and put a nice throw in. And then coming back to the ball, the key play there from Caden Washa. Took it from the defender. 4-6. Geismore will be the back to the right of Shu. Twin receivers to the left, including Bo Bile. Washa will be in motion, looking to throw. He's going to float it up, looking for Bile in traffic. Tipped up in the air and incomplete. So neither team is able to convert yet. And your score 12-6. North leads with 4:35 on the clock here in quarter number 2. And you're watching the WFCA 8-player All-Star Game on Zaleski Sport.
Who are we? We are a locally owned and operated business serving our community for over 60 years. We have expanded to 3 locations with over 1 million square feet of combined production space. We have an elite workforce of over 400 employees. We have built stadiums for the Vegas Raiders, Indianapolis Colts, Atlanta Falcons, Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings, and more. Who are we? There's only one answer.
Four and a half to go here in quarter number 2. The WFCA 8-player All-Star Game from UW Oshkosh. Again, 4 drives so far, 3 touchdowns. We'll get a line drive, end-over-end kick will be caught at the 13-yard line by Moulton. He'll cut upfield, trying to cut back, it's a couple of blocks. Being held on for dear life past the 30 by Washa, who'll be brought down about the 33-yard line. And that is where the North will take over, first down and 10. 154 yards of offense, all of it on the ground for the team in blue. Coach Todd Rail has got his offensive line firing off the ball and ready to play. Counter left, and they're going to keep it. Schley will keep it himself. A great fake, and he'll get to the 46-yard line on a gain of 13. Beautiful fake. Evan Pacell was in motion, and he had 3 defenders go to wrap him up until they found out he didn't have the football. Yeah, some old school triple option. Double wing. This time it's Zaleski. And that ball actually was stripped away. That ball taken away by Wiersba. So Alex Wiersba just takes the football away at the 48-yard line, and the South will take over our first turnover today on an awesome play by the Rosholt Hornet, Alex Wiersba. Now a chance to tie it up with 3:52 to go, 1 timeout. And after what looked like after a dominating first quarter by the North, the South looking to answer here and had a chance to tie it up after the turnover. Little stack trips receivers to the bottom of your screen, left of the formation. Designed run, trying to sweep right is Shu, not much there. Clay Miller making the stop from Prairie Farm. No gain. Second down and 10. Gavin Tamling come in as a tight end. We're going to have a double tight look. Back on each side. And nothing doing. It's going to be no gain again. That is going to be Tyler Kismore. Third down and 10. So after the turnover, the North defense standing strong for a couple of plays, looking to make another stop. They'll bring a little bit more speed out there. Wiersba and Washa both coming out. Of course, Wiersba, one of the faster players in the state. He was an excellent sprinter in the Roswell track team. 2.5 to go, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, and he's got plenty of time. Now he's going to be flush left, breaks the tackle, cuts upfield, looking to get to the corner, and he's going to be spun to the ground by Stepp. He got a couple. It'll be 4th and 8. As the North will take their first timeout. And we'll keep things here, 2:18 on the clock. Early on, Shu had some time, but he stepped up quickly, and when that happened, he was flushed out of the pocket. Pressure came from Brett Bartlett again, and then just waiting to make the stop was Eli Stepp. So it'll be 4th down and 8. We'll see if they look to go or if they're going to send the punting unit out. Remember as well, the South's going to get the ball to start the second half. Of course, stay tuned at halftime. We'll have an exclusive interview. Jason Zaleski will be down there with Travis Wilson of Bound. We'll hear from them at the half. Take a look at our key players of the first half, some of our key stat leaders, I should say, from this one. So 4th down and 8, the punting unit is out. Stepp is back to return, standing inside his own 15. Be Caden Washa to kick it away. With a slow snap, some pressure coming, rugby-style kick, and it's a boomer. That's going to take a bounce inside the 5, and it'll bounce into the end zone for a touchback. And they'll bring it out. So after the turnover, the North All-Stars force a quick 3 and out. 2 timeouts in 2 minutes, 8 seconds to try and get some more points here and get a 2-possession lead back into the half. They've not even attempted a pass officially. Their one attempt was on a 2-point conversion. Leading rusher, Cole Schley, 10 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown. He'll be by himself, a double wing. He'll hand it off, spinning left and not going very far is Zaleski. It's like James Kautzer with the tackle. Kautzer from Oakfield. Cutting right is Moulton. He's going to spin his way near the 30. They're going to mark him right at the 30 on a gain of 8. And that's a first down. And that ground attack has been dominant. A little bit of a bobble, but that may have given enough time for Moulton to get some blocks. He'll cut past the 35 to the 36 on a gain of 6. He's up to 66 yards rushing. Second down and 4 in the final minute here of the first half. Empty backfield. Moulton, single receiver to the right. They'll have a wing right as well. That's Zaleski. Design quarterback sweep. Gets a seal. Flags coming in. That play is coming back as he somersaults his way past the 40 to the 45. But this one's going to be a hold or a clip. However you want to describe it, it's going to be a holding to push him back 10. The seal was from Ryan Smiskey from McDonald. And he held. They'll push him back 10. First down and 20. 40 seconds to go, 2 timeouts. Man, they'll let the clock run, so they may just run another play or two and just take this one into the locker room. And be content with a 1-score lead. Receiver left, wing left, design quarterback run. Cutting up field, slide past the 30 to the 32. That ball came out. They blow it dead. They're saying he was down. And they actually ended up getting 11 on that. So it'll be second down and 9 with 10 seconds on the clock. Looks like time for one more play team with 1 timeout left. So we'll see what they have designed up here out of this timeout. In the gun by himself, looking to throw. Throwback screen, got his man cutting up to the left. Cuts inside, still going, brought down, it'll be shy of the first down. Pass complete to Dane Mumm for a gain of 7. And with 1 second left, we had a timeout taken. Or are they just going to run this one to the half? Right now the scoreboard says 1 second, and looks like the North took their final timeout. So we're either going to see some laterals and some chaos. So I'm not sure. A 61-yard pass, I'm not sure is going to be in the cards. With the way the pass rushes have been. 1 second left. The South is going to play shell coverage and tape everything in front. Here's going to take the handoff. Here's Moulton. Cutting upfield, cuts to the sideline, still going. He'll be thrown to the ground out of bounds inside the 50 to the 46. He gets 15, and that will be the end of the first half. After 20 minutes of football, your score 12-6 in favor of the All-Stars from the North. A couple of touchdown runs led the way there. We're going to take a very quick timeout. We'll have Jason Zaleski and Travis Wilson on the other side right here on Zaleski Sports.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Welcome to the competition where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megasure.
Presenting Paperwork Pound Cake, a half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Ooh. Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high-quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better. Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
And good evening from Titan Stadium here in Oshkosh. Jason Zaleski, Zaleski Sports, Travis Wilson, Bound, Wisconsin. We're going to talk about the first half, me and Travis are. But first, though, I want to talk about the number of people that are here. For the 8-player, this is the largest amount of people I've seen. We've been doing this game for a number of years now. This is a tremendous crowd here to watch these guys play.
It sure is. It's a great amount of community support in the small schools and the small towns that 8-player represents. It's great to see it continue to grow and expand. 8-player football continues to grow and expand in general, and this is a great representation for it.
I like you can see the families because they all have the theme T-shirts on, right? You can see all the pockets of all the families from all the different communities. 12-6, not the highest scoring game we've ever seen for any of the All-Star games. And the main reason is our run time of the first half went about 50 minutes because these two teams have been running the ball against each other, running the clock.
Yeah, and 2-minute shorter quarters as well. With the heat and the advisory, but yeah, North, what they have 3 possessions, I think, maybe, which is not the norm for 8-player. Now teams have run it up and down the field running the football plenty of times, but it's a little harder to do in an all-star game to get all that clicking together. But yeah, it's cruised by. It seemed like maybe North was going to run away with things. Yeah. They scored those first 2 drives and had the turnover in there, but a nice answer by the South to get back into it. And we've got a very competitive game at halftime, which is what we want.
And a touchdown on one of the few passes that we've seen in this game. You and I have watched a lot of 8-player football. Obviously, maybe this is indicative of any football, but in the 8-player sport, it's either, seems to me, all running or all passing. These guys are doing all the running today. Let's talk about the defense. A low score here. Again, some of the clock adjustments, but I think the defenses have played pretty well with just 4 days of practices. We see a lot of sure tackles with these guys haven't played a snap since November.
Yeah, there's definitely a rust component to playing in this game. 8 months, whatever it is, for a lot of these kids since they played football. The defense is always ahead ahead of the offense in these games, and that's the case today. But yeah, defenses are playing very well, holding up. Again, considering all the components.
I don't mean to put you on the spot because I don't know the answer. There was some talk about tomorrow's game times. Do you have any updates on tomorrow's game times, or is it everything as you knew it was?
As far as I know, everything is on as planned. Same game times that have been published. No adjustment in those.
Okay. If there is, Travis Wilson on X will get you updated on those game times. So tell us about the 11-player small and large game times then tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day tomorrow. We got the two games. I'm spacing now on what the game times are.
I think it's 3 and 7, I think.
No, it's earlier than that. I can't remember what it is.
We'll look them up and we'll get to you before we leave our halftime show. Tell us about the games, first with the small.
Yeah, always great games. I'm really excited. The South Small is coached by Andrew Troxel, who's a good friend of mine from Richland Center, my hometown. A couple of his coaches are on staff. There's a couple of Richland Center players as well. So really excited to see them represent our hometown. I talked to them a little bit before the game. They had a few guys that they really were impressed with, that they thought were going to be some playmakers for them. So it's always interesting. You never know in these games. Everybody is a good player, but there's always somebody that kind of steps forward and you're like, okay, that good player. We didn't realize maybe he was on that level, and we'll see who that's going to be.
And we see some of those small and large teams here watching. Some of them have just departed. They're staying at the dorms just across the river here. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back in 60 seconds. We'll talk about the 11-player game, and then we'll talk about the upcoming high school season right after this on Zaleski Sports.
I referred to the orthodontist, and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here, and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointment, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today. Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Back here at Titan Stadium, halftime of the 8-player All-Star game here, 2026 8-player All-Star game, 12-6 North leads. They have won the last 4 games. See if they can win this 5th in a row, perhaps. They lead by 6 at halftime. Jason Zaleski, Zaleski Sports, Travis Wilson, Bound, Wisconsin. 11-player game coming up tomorrow at 4 o'clock with the large at 4, the small at noon. So we had that confirmed. Tell us about the large 11-player game tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, again, I can't remember what the number is now. The North has been on a streak in the large school game. For a long time, I can't remember, there was a long time where the South really dominated that game, and the North has now won, I think, 3 or 4 in a row, which is a point of contention, right? There's a little bit of a rivalry that develops between the North and the South as this week goes on, and is definitely indicative out on the field with the players and the coaches, to be honest with you. So the South is trying to get back in the win column.
Yeah, for sure. In this game, it's a different team every year, but both teams know what happened last year and the year before. So that's something everybody's aware of coming into this game.
Yeah, and a lot of these coaches have coached in the game before. Yeah, right. The head coaches have almost always been an assistant coach previously and been involved. So they know what the situation is.
We're about 2.5 weeks away from equipment handout to the kids playing 2026 high school football. Let's start. We'll let you kind of preview whatever you want. You prepared to start in Division 7. Is that a fair place to start?
Yeah, absolutely. The interesting thing this year is we've got several teams that are defending champions that are moving up, which is going to open things up in some of those divisions. And Division 7 is one of those, with Kenosha St. Joseph moving up to Division 6 this year. And while we're talking 8-player, let's remember that McDonald Central is making the move from 8-player, where they won it all last year, back into 11-player this year. So there's some interesting dynamics there. Division 7. In my preseason rankings, I had Cochran Fountain City #1. They were the runners-up last year. They've got a really good group coming back. Aiden Lazowski, just a real freight train in the backfield. But it's going to be interesting. Again, a new champion in Division 7.
Division 6, a new team this year, the Edgar Wildcats. I see a lot of Edgar fans here today. Looking forward to watching their players tomorrow. Tell us about Division 6.
Yeah, Division 6 gets some strength with Edgar, Kenosha St. Joseph moving up, and is always a really strong division, obviously. So we'll see that, again, that dynamic of teams moving up and moving down and how that plays in this year.
All right, Division 5.
Division 5, Mayville is looking really good again. They won it all last year, and that's going to be a solid team.
Okay, take us up to Division 4.
Division 4, I had Little Chute as the #1 team in Division 4. We saw them in the state championship game. They came up just short in that one, a great game. But they've got I think it's 52 rushing touchdowns they scored last year. Every one of those kids is coming back. So they've got a lot returning for head coach Mark Kromenacher. And that was an incredible story last year. They had missed the playoffs the year before and came out of nowhere, seemingly, made it all the way to the state title game. He installed the Flexbone offense, and that really clicked for them. And they've got a good group coming back, led by Reese Jotten.
Winneconne Wolves just down the street, last year's Division 3 state champs. I was in Winneconne today. It's their festival weekend. They've got Sovereign Nation weekend going on. There's a story behind it. We won't tell it here, but you tell us about Division 3 coming up.
Yeah, again, Winneconne is another one of those defending champions that's moving up. The defending Division 3 state champion, Grafton, moves up. Thank you. My Reedsburg Beavers, we were the runners-up in Division 3 last year. More than happy to see them and Notre Dame up in Division 2. But that does, again, creates an opening in Division 3. Catholic Memorial is absolutely loaded with talent. They have obviously been there or very close a number of times. If it all comes together for them, they have as much talent as any team in the state.
In Division 2, I took a look at your rankings as well. I saw my Marshfield Tigers kind of lingering in the honorable mention category. Tell us about Division 2.
Yeah, again, Notre Dame up. The defending champion West Appear, they're in Division 2, still going to be in the mix. Lose Patrick Greisen and some really standout players and a new coach there as well, but they'll be in the mix. And just a lot of really good depth in Division 2. You can never count out teams like Kaukauna, Homestead, Rice Lake is up there in Division 2 now as well. And again, with some teams elevated, Grafton will be in the mix. I mean, that was a senior-dominated team, but they have Jack Nelson back, who rushed for almost 2,000 yards last year. So Division 2 is going to be really fun to watch.
All right, and then we'll bring it home with Division 1. They get to play last at Camp Randall. We play them last here. Tell us about D1.
Well, my top 4 in Division 1 before the season were all from the Classic 8. That league is always loaded, and now you add Franklin moving into the Classic 8 as part of the new realignment this year. Arrowhead, Muskego, Franklin, McGuanago, those are my top 4 teams. I mean, still really good teams in there with Kettle Moraine and Oconomowoc are really good as well. The Greater Metro is going to be tough. I mean, Kimberly is in there. Division 1 is loaded once again. Arrowhead's really good. They have a lot of talent coming back as a defending champion, but, I mean, I would pick them as, I picked them #1, but it would not be surprised if they maybe didn't win their conference, just as how good the Classic 8 and Division 1 is.
All right, and then remind the folks at home where they can see those rankings right now.
Yeah, head over to boundwisconsin.com. Everything's free on there. You can check out our preseason team rankings. We are halfway through our player rankings for the senior class as well. Got all the offensive positions put out. Defensive positions will begin next week. And then we're into conference previews. So we'll be previewing every conference in the state, 11 and 8 player, over the next 3 weeks or so as we build up to the season.
Travis Wilson, Bound Wisconsin. My name is Jason Zaleski. We'll turn it back to Mike Wendland for a recap of the first half and get ready for half number 2 on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Halftime starting to wind down here at the WFCA 8-Player All-Star Game. Mike Quinlan here with Katie Leckton on the production side of things. Big thanks to Jason and Travis for halftime coverage, talking about the upcoming season. Of course, these players all moving on to their next step of their football careers and life, going to college, little trades, whatever they end up doing. Chance for them one last time to get the pads on with some of their classmates and friends. 12-6 your score. The North leads. Looking at some of the numbers here, leading rusher for the South, Tyler Kismore, 2 carries, 14 yards, 8 for Shu, who is 1 for 2 passing, 15 yards and a touchdown to Caden Washa. Cole Schley leads all players, 11 carries, 95 yards and a score. Dawson Moulton, 11 for 78, and a touchdown. And we look at some of the defensive numbers. Part of it is just the total time of possession side of things. Cullen Jacobus from North Crawford, defensive back, 12 total tackles in that first half for the South All-Stars, 7 for Gavin Tamling. Eli Stepp leads for the North with 4 tackles and half of it for a loss. Chance Ludesher with a full tackle for a loss, half a tackle for a loss for Frederick Nelson for the North. Again, it will be a chance for the South to get the ball first to try and tie things up as the clock is wound down. And we're getting set with 10 minutes on the clock here for quarter number 3. So we cross the 7 o'clock hour. Glad to have you with us. 20 more minutes of football. Of course, we'll be down on the field with our post-game coverage. Talk to the winning coach and a couple of winning players. As they get Timmy Trumpet over the PA system and Blaster Jacks. Somewhere, depending on who you cheer for, you think either William Contreras or Edwin Diaz. And of course, Jason talking with Travis from Bound, Wisconsin. Go to Bound, find their previews and rankings. As we get closer to the season as well, go to ZaleskiSports.com. As in a little bit, we'll get all of our schedules there. Statewide schedules and scores. We'll get ready for football season, just a little over a month away. Like a couple hundred games we'll have for you guys this fall. All over the state. I'm glad to be bringing to you guys, always free, a couple of new faces and new teams coming your way this fall. We couldn't do it without our great staff, our broadcasters, our producers, our sales reps, and of course all of our great sponsors that make this possible. So if the businesses you've seen on your commercials today, go and support them, thank them. Without them, we could not be doing what we do and bring you guys the best coverage, I'll say it, in the Midwest for high school sports. Whether it's football, volleyball, basketball, hockey, baseball, softball, some wrestling, swimming, track and field, soccer. Done a little bit of everything over the years. So we get set for the second half here. Again, scoring-wise, we get set. 3:15 in the first quarter. Moulton from 5 yards out. The conversion unsuccessful. And at 7:42 the second quarter, Rose Schley from a yard out. And again, the conversion unsuccessful. And with 4:35 to go, a 15-yard pass from Shu to Washa. And again, the pass unsuccessful. North kick things off left to right, looking at your screen. Single returner standing deep. So far, twice they have done onside kicks. Both times they were covered up by Everett Puente. So we'll see if they try and steal a possession again. It's like Zaleski to kick. Or is that corrected? This time they're going to do a little line drive pooch. Caught at the 34-yard line. And trying to cut upfield, breaking a couple of tackles past the 40 to the 45-yard line is Colin Jacobus. So that's where the South will start, first down and 10, 5 seconds into this third quarter. Again, a warm, toasty evening. Thankfully, though, it looks like by next week we're going to get back to more temperate weather. You won't need to run up your electric bill, your air conditioner. Shu will come out with a back on each side. Kizemore and Zick. And here is Kizemore. He'll try and cut off field. There's not much there. He'll get a yard or two out of it, and not much further. But once again, step in on the tackle. Second down and 8 coming up. Funny thing is, even after half, looks like even the teams have switched sidelines too on their benches. So the North will get a little chance in the shade a little bit. And quarterback Logan Shu in the gun. A little high snap, he'll hand it off Zick, and there's nothing there. First man through is the nose tackle, Gunnar Immy. It'll be a loss of 5, loss of 4. So third down and 13, third and 12. As that play was just slow developing, and by the time it broke through, Gunnar Immy from the Siren, showing the strength of the Dragon. Third and long, high snap, looking to throw. He's got some time. Now pressure coming. Throws to the slant, incomplete, nobody home. It'll be fourth down, so it'll be a 3 and out. Here to start quarter number 3. So of their 4 drives, been 3 and outs and a touchdown. And out comes the punting unit and Caden Washa. Single man back deep to return, a step. Washa, that rugby-style punter. This time just a straight-up punt, kind of a spiral. Fair catch called for, and diving to make the play at the 16-yard line is Step, and that is where the North will start. First down and 10. When you look at just the pure yardage, 223 to 39. You just take out the penalties. A dominant performance, 30 plays, 30 to 12 in that first half. Just that, again, that power run game. They only attempted 1 pass. First and 10, direct snap, and there comes Moulton. He'll dive past the 20 to the 22-yard line on a gain of 6, maybe 7. They'll give him 7. That puts him over 80 yards, 85 for Dawson Moulton. They'll have lined up as a tight end to the right of the formation, Dane Mumm from Clayton. Wing left. Direct snap again from Moulton. He'll cut it back. He's got a huge hole. Cuts outside, 35, 40. 45, stiff first man, 50, tripped up. And he was down. The ground cannot force the fumble. He gets to the 46. It's a gain of 31. We're at the 47, so a gain of 30 for Moulton. That's the biggest play of the game for either team. Double wing left. Design quarterback off tackle. And it'll get swarmed and brought down. Peterson in there. Emmett Stiles coming through from his defensive line spot. Gain of 2. Second down and 8. Sweep left on the counter.
Passel on the carry.
It's Passel.
3rd and 6.
From Athens. Sweep cutting forward is Schley, driving inside the 40 to the 36. Jacobus with a tackle. He'll have enough for the first down. On a gain of 7. Puts him over 100 yards. 4 minutes gone by, quarter number 3, 12-6. The All-Stars from the north. Looking to win another 8-player All-Star game. Double wing left. Schley keeps it himself. He'll sweep left. Runs behind his blocks. He'll get inside the 35, down toward the 30. Working with a 31 on a gain of 5. Schley and Mold have combined for 224 yards on the ground so far. I'm sure each and every one, I'm sure both of them will tell you as well, it's the big guys up front doing the heavy lifting. Mason Bussey at right guard. He'll keep it himself, cuts upfield, gets a huge block from Bussey, cuts inside the 20. They'll mark him right at the 20. Give him 10 more. Peterson and Wiersba in on the tackle. Halfway through quarter number 3, 1st and 10. Looks like Mold's going to take a direct snap. Just overwhelming numbers to the right. He'll jump over his block, get inside the 15, and Peterson will bring him down at the 10. Give him 10 more. That was just overloading everything to the right and just the sheer numbers. It was an easy 10 yards for Moulton. It'll be first down and goal to go. Counter inside the 10. Down to the 7. Is Passel. And power run from Coach Todd Rail. From Bruce. Design run. Inside the 5, cutting to the goal line, in, touchdown. That's going to be Dane Mumm from Clayton. From 8 yards out. With 3:35 on the clock. Dane Mumm takes the direct snap and punches it in. Starting wide receiver. And he'll be again in the backfield. And we're going to get a false start called on Mason Bussey. Punch him back 5. So try the conversion from the 8-yard line. They'll have more of their typical offense out there. The two backs, Zaleski and Moulton. Looks like Zaleski's going to be the one taking the snap. And Moulton will actually get the direct snap, try and sweep right. He's going to look to throw. Now pressure coming. He's going to pivot back left. Turns the corner. Sutter steps. He's wheeling back again. This is some schoolyard football. That was some stuff that was you play in recess, just running around and try and find somebody open. Conversion, no good. And the score is 18-6. With 3:35 to go.
Where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megasure.
Presenting Paperwork Pound Cake, a half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high-quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better. Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
.335 to go, quarter number 3. Your score 18-6 in favor of the All-Stars from the north. 3 touchdown runs for them today. Moulton, Schley, and Mumm. They'll kick things away. And for the South, they've had 4 drives, 3 and outs, and then their touchdown drive, a 15-yard pass from Logan Shue to Caden Washa. As kicking things off is Ledesher. Chance Ledesher. Wiersma back deep to return. Short kick will take a bounce. Picked up at the 23 by Wiersma, looking to cut to the corner. Looking to use his speed and get to the edge. He will somewhat. Flag comes down. 35, spinning past the 35 to the 38-yard line. But looks this one probably coming back. 2 flags on the field at the 25-yard line. Most likely they saw the same thing, and it is going to be on the receiving team on an illegal block. To quote NHL ref Wes McCauley, he would get his microphone and say, "You can't do that." So the worst field position of the day for the Southern All-Stars. They'll start inside their own 20, back at their own 13. It's an illegal block below the waist. So half the distance to the goal. It's a personal foul. So first down and 10. Send Kismore in motion. Shue's going to look and hand it off. Sweeping right is Zick, and there's nothing doing. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. Be a loss of 2. A swarming defense. Couldn't quite tell in on the tackle. Bartlett looked to be one of them. Defensive line. With the exception of one drive, has been dominant. so far in this one. Shoe under center, single back though, send Washa in motion behind the formation. He's going to take it, looking to throw. He's going to throw one deep, looking up the seam, and a diving attempt is made and past the 40-yard line. Bryce Schultz. For a gain of 24. It's the longest pass play of the game. Beautiful play there from DeSoto's Bryce Schultz on the diving attempt to bring that one in. So Washa has caught a pass and now completed a pass. He'll be the single receiver to the bottom of the screen. Just direct handoff, Zick. Just trying to keep those legs going. Finally thrown to the ground after a gain of 5. Luderscher on the tackle. He had 3 tackles in the first half. So 2nd and 5. 97 seconds left here, quarter number 3. Key drive here for the South. Direct snap. Looking to turn upfield. Nice stutter step. Nice phantom block by Washa to allow him to get a couple of yards. That's going to be Jacobus. He'll get about 2. 3rd and 3. Short 3, long 2. Near the final 70 seconds here, the 3rd. Again, a key play there was Washa not actually throwing a block because he probably would have gotten penalized for it if he had. It would have been a blindside crackback block, but he just gets in the way. That allowed Jacobus just to get a couple of yards and make it a 3rd and manageable. And they're going to get the free 5 yards. A couple of different players jumping into the neutral zone. Luderscher and Imi both jumped. So just like that, 1st down. Ball at the North's 44-yard line. Single back under center. Just a direct handoff. Here comes Zick around the left end. Spinning his way inside the 35. Mark him at the 32-yard line. Got a gain of 12.
First and 10 shot at the North 32.
First down at the 32-yard line. Same play. Not much there, a gain of 2. Step in there, Bartlett in there. Second down and 8 yards to go. Trips right, looking to throw. 2-man rush, now he's got time. Flush right off balance, throwing it to the corner, over the shoulder and overthrew his man, incomplete. Looking for Washa. And that will be the end of quarter number 3. 10 minutes moves by quick. 10 minutes to go. 18-6 your score. The North leads on Zaleski Sports in the WFCA 8-player All-Star game.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
We go to quarter number 4. It'll be 3rd and long for the All-Stars from the South. Down by 2 scores. A couple of nice plays. The big one, the 24-yard pass from Washa to Schultz. Of course, we'll give a shout-out to some of the players on the team. Sam Anheuser from Marion Tigerton, Blake Banky from Lena St. Thomas Aquinas, Bo Bauer from Oakfield, Caden Hagenis from Almond Bancroft, Cullen Jacobus from North Crawford, James Kautzer from Oakfield. Some of the players on the South roster. Play action, looking to throw. Here comes some pressure. He'll step up, gets an opening. Breaks some ankles, turns the corner. He's got the first down and more inside the 20. He'll dive to the 15. He'll get 13 yards on that scamper. First down for the South. The players, Tyler Kismore, Cody Kliteka, Lincoln Lobbs, Jake McCarrick, Evan Monfried, Trenton Paulson, Max Peterson, Everett Puentz, Logan Shue, Bryce Schultz, Emmett Stiles, Gavin Tamlin, Caden Washa, Alex Wiersba, Nolan Wisniewski, and Caleb Zick, the roster for the South. Looking to get back into this game. Shoes under center. You got Zick behind him, and he'll get the carry. Runs into a wall. Nothing there. He may have gotten a yard. Like Jacobus. Sorry, Clay Miller, I should say, first one in. Give him a yard.
Zick on the carry, no gain, 2nd and 10.
9 minutes to go. Reverse for Washa. He's got room and he's got blockers. Cuts inside, 10-5 to the goal line. And he is out of bounds, shy of the goal line. They'll mark him at the 1 on a gain of 14. So it'll be first down and goal to go. A beautifully designed reverse. And they're going to bring in the jumbo package. They're going to try and use some bully ball to get within a touchdown. Shoes under center. Handoff, Peterson, touchdown. So Max Peterson makes it a 6-point game with 8:41 to go. Conversion pending. Chance to make it a 4-point game. Peterson from Lena St. Thomas Aquinas. Design run, conversion successful. It's a 4-point game, 18-14. That one was easy for the South on the conversion. And here we go, 8:41 on the clock, quarter number 4, the WFCA 8-player All-Star Game, and you're watching live on Zaleski Sports.
Welcome to the competition where only the best healthcare plans rise to the top. Megashare.
Presenting Paperwork Pound Cake, a half-baked plan with flaky service sprinkled on top.
Next up, Security Health Plan.
I call this one the Sweet Security. It has high-quality coverage folded in, and it's frosted with award-winning local service that's sweet but never sugar-coated.
That's a slice of better. Chef Security, congratulations. Truly the recipe for better.
don't look now. It's a 4-point game. A huge drive for the South to get back in this one. Now it's up to their defense to make a stop. Getting outgained by 170 yards, but that doesn't matter. Only thing it does is that 4-point difference on the scoreboard. Big boot end over end, caught at the 8-yard line by Moulton. He'll look to turn upfield, looking for a seam, breaks through the first leg tackle, ball is out! He fumbles, and the South recovers! Caleb Zick falls on it, and the South gets it back. A big-time turnover, and now a chance for them to take the lead. A huge play. And Moulton just lost control of it. And Johnny on the spot, Roscholtz, Caleb Zick. Single receiver on each side. Tight end to the right. Looking to throw. Get a pancake block. He's going to flow into the corner, turning the corner. That's out of bounds, incomplete. Second down. That might have been Bryce Schultz. Second down and 10. Zick is the back to the right, looking to throw. Here comes the pressure. Gonna throw it back foot. He's got a man. Got Washa, makes the catch inside the 5, brought down at the 4. It's a gain of 21. Mark him at the 3. First down and goal for the South, looking to take the lead for the first time today with 8 minutes on the clock. Couple of turnovers. They'll line up. Wing left, offset. Shoe under center. He'll have to keep it himself, just try and get what he can. Spinning his way, still going, diving for the goal line. He'll be a half a yard short. A broken play, and he made something out of nothing. Second down, goal to go. Got Emmett Stiles in the game as a fullback. And he's actually the tailback, the big fella from Allman Bancroft. He'll get it. He's going to power his way to the goal line. He's not going to get there. He's going to be a half a yard short yet.
Stiles on the carry, side of the line again, 3rd and goal.
There's 2 from the north, trying to make 2 more stops from the 1. This time, Zick, the tailback. Offset to the left is Stiles. Quarterback sneak, easy touchdown for Shoe. And just like that, the South takes the lead by a score of 20-18. Two touchdowns here in this fourth quarter. Logan Shoe from Sevastopol. Design run for Schultz. Conversion successful. It's at 22-18. And now the South leads by 4. 6:19 on the clock. On Zaleski Sports, the WFCA 8-player All-Star game from Oshkosh.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
$6:19 to go, quarter number 4. The South leads 22-18. Back-to-back touchdowns after the fumble by Moulton on the kickoff return. And a couple of 1-yard touchdown runs from Max Peterson and Logan Shue. Bryce Schultz from DeSoto to kick things away, a left-footed kicker. And he'll boot it end over end. Taken at the 5-yard line. His step breaks a tackle, trying to cut back outside, stutter steps. Still going past the 25, brought down at the 27. And the North will take over there, first down and 10. Mark him at the 28-yard line, 6:08 on the clock. And 291 yards of offense. And 2 players over 100 yards rushing, both in the backfield right now, Cole Schley and Dawson Moulton. And here's Moulton, he fumbles. He picks it up, trying to turn a corner. Broken play, and he's going to be brought down for a loss of 8. So far, a nightmare fourth quarter for the Northern All-Stars. Second down and 18. Five and a half to go. Both teams are full complement of timeouts. Design run. Not much there to the 24-yard line. Is Schley. Gain of 4. 3rd and 14. They'll bring in Dane Mumm as a wide receiver. And we're going to get a flag down. We're going to get a false start, illegal procedure to move them back 5 more. It'll be 3rd and 19. And with 4:45 on the clock, it might come down to a defensive stop. The South hasn't made a stop without a turnover or the end of the half. Looking to throw is Mumm. He's got some time. He's going to throw one deep. Got a man wide open is Schley, but he underthrew him. Incomplete. He had him. Had him wide open, but missed him, and it's 4th and forever. And now comes the punting unit. And as always, you got to have your head on a swivel for a potential fake. Mum is the punter. And is almost blocked end over end. They're going to let it bounce. And it's going to take a huge roll. And out of bounds inside the 35 at the 34-yard line. 4:12 on the clock. 3 timeouts for both teams. As the South will try and salt the clock away. On the heels of a spectacular fourth quarter. And now, if you're Coach Todd Rail, when do you start thinking about using your timeouts? Design quarterback run for Shu. He'll get past the 35 to the 36 on a gain of a couple. Tackle made by Emmy.
Carry by Shu, brought down by Emmy.
2nd down and 8. Clock runs under 4 minutes. Taking their time, letting the clock run down. 10 seconds on the play clock. Toss, looking for the corner, nothing there. Brought out of bounds after a gain of a couple is Kismore. Brett Bartlett is the one who made the tackle. I think they'll give him a yard.
Guys, we're on the carry. No gain.
No gain officially. 3rd down and 8. And he got out of bounds, so the clock stopped. That's a big-time stop from the Frederick product, Brett Bartlett. Twin receivers on each side. Shu by himself. He's going to look to throw. Now he's going to take it. Quarterback draw. Cuts up to the sideline. Trying to dive. He'll be a yard short. He needed 8. He got 7. And now decision time. Timeout taken by the North with 3:19 on the clock and a 4th and 1 right here.
No Shu on the carry, Bartlett on the stop. 4th and 1.
Bartlett in there again. See his family in front of us wearing customized T-shirts. That's how I know it says 10 Bartlett. So 2 timeouts left for the North, 3:19 on the clock, and 3 feet from the South for a first down as we keep things here. Of course, stay tuned. We'll have your post-game coverage at the end of this game. Go down, talk to the winning coach and a couple of Rich Shop Exteriors players of the game. Here from this WFCA 8-player All-Star Classic. I was here a couple years ago, and it was another really good game. A couple of Thorpe players took over late. As the North, I think, has won the last 4. They're on the ropes right now. 4th down and a yard, and you're past the 40. You're not really in punting range. This is going to be just some power football. You have Peterson in the backfield, Stiles the fullback to lead the way. Shu with a hard count, almost drew him offside. And we'll get a timeout taken by Coach Ev Wick. As he saw the defensive formation, he tried the hard count, thought better of it, and now, with 4th and a yard, to try and get things going. The players of tomorrow's games look like they've gone to get some shade, get some dinner. Still an awesome crowd here. Rising sport, 8-player football. They just expanded the playoffs last year to 32. More and more teams joining 8-player every year. And you see some incredible talent in 8-man football. I know former Badger and current Pittsburgh Steeler Isaiah Loudermilk was a former 8-man player back near a decade ago now. I think Tucker Kraft played 8-player football. And they're going to send the punting unit out. Out of the timeout, Washa with step back to return. So barring a fake, they're going to trust their defense. And what a catch, one hand, and Washa saves the day. That'll take a bounce near the 20 and out of bounds. That's a play that's not going to get a ton of airtime as far as replays or if you see a highlight package on the news, but that's a huge play and a great one-handed snag by Caden Washa. On a snap that was airmailed. And the receiver slash punter slash running back slash quarterback today makes a huge play. So now an empty backfield. And the option kept and spun forward for a gain of about 4 is Schley. I think Styles, one of the guys in on the hit. Jacobus in there as well. Second and 6. We're under 3 to go. Same play. A little bit better result. He'll have the first. It looks like he'll be close to the first down. Looks like he'll have the first down. Past the 30 to the 31. Actually, they're going to mark him half a yard short. It's 3rd and inches.
That's 2 carries by Schley.
3rd and inches. Counter. Nothing doing. Hit in the backfield is Zaleski. And then a flag comes in at the end as he lost his helmet, and now we've got shenanigans. A kerfuffle in the backfield as Zaleski's helmet is sitting at the 25-yard line. And we'll see how they're going to break this one down, all the penalties. Or he's going to have offsetting.
There are 2 penalties on play. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike on red, and a dead ball, unsportsmanlike on blue. They offset, replay the down.
So the down will get replayed. It's a break for the North as they were stopped. So dead ball penalties. Unsportsmanlike conducts. So we'll try it again. 3rd and 1. 2:09 on the clock. Sweep. And Emmett Styles busts through to make the stop for a loss of 5. Emmett Styles from Almond Bancroft knifes through. And from 3rd and 1 to 4th and 5. Timeout taken by the North. Their second. 2 minutes to go. 4th and the game. Right here. The CWC making some noise. Zick with a fumble recovery. Styles with the 3rd down stop. It'll be 4th down and a long 5 at the 25-yard line. They got to get to the 30-and-a-half-yard line. Empty backfield. Designed run for Mum. He's going to turn the corner. He's not going to get there. A huge play to force the turnover on downs. That play really had no chance. They tried the misdirection. It didn't work. 1:55 to go. The North down to just a single timeout. They now need a turnover. Schuh under center. Peterson is the back. He'll get the carry. 2 hands on the ball, diving forward inside the 25. They're trying to rip the ball free. He'll get to the 20 on a gain of 5. And I think we're just at the final timeout taken. So 1 first down, 4 yards will end this one and give the South the win. That's all they need. Key play in this one, the most overlooked side of football, special teams. A fumble on the kickoff by Moulton is right now the turning point of this game. A long drive that led to 6, and then immediately the fumbled kick recovered by Caleb Zick. And now all it takes is a single first down. The North out of timeouts. They're going to go with Stiles and Peterson. The big fellas in the backfield. Schuh is under center, straight I formation. Peterson stacked up, and they're going to drive forward. It'll be 3rd and about 3.
That's Peterson on the carry. 3rd and 3.
Clock will continue to run. This will take it under a minute. They'll break the huddle with under 20 seconds on the play clock. Direct I formation. Stiles is the fullback. Peterson the tailback. And he got him to jump. The hard count, and Gunnar Emmy jumps into the neutral zone. And that's going to win the game for the South. The South All-Stars are going to come back and pick up the victory in this one. They just got to kneel on it twice and go and celebrate. Big round of applause and a standing ovation from the fans in red. Again, as they take their knees, the coaching staff of DeSoto's Ev Wick, the assistants, Mark Freedy of Marion, Nick Mooney of DeSoto, Cody Rickard from Oakfield, Jason Stiles of Almond Bancroft. They take the final snap. Schuh keeps the football, hands it to his coach, and the celebration is on. In the 2026 WFCA 8-player All-Star Game, it's the South with the win. Your final score from Oshkosh, 22-18. Stay tuned. I'm on my way down to the field. We'll talk with Coach Ev Wick and a couple of Ridgetop Exteriors players of the game right here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Coach, and then one player each, offense and defense. Can I get you and then one player each, your choice, offense and defense. What's that? Who is our DMVP? Hey, Mooney! Mooney, who's the DMVP? Back here with your Nasonville Dairy postgame show from Titan Stadium. Coach Wick is talking about who to bring over for our Rich Shop Exteriors. Players of the game as the South wins the WFCA 8-player All-Star game. I think one of them for sure. It sounds like we're going to be getting Logan Shue and Emmett Stiles. Think so? All right. So we're going to have Almond, Bancroft, and Sevastopol represented here for our players of the game, along with Coach Ev Wick of DeSoto, as in comeback fashion, some key turnovers and a huge defensive stop, and everything ends on a penalty. And encroachment ends this one as we have one of our Rich Shop Exteriors joining us. So as he comes over, I'm going to give you this. So got this for you. Thank you. And we'll get Mr. Shue over here as well, give him his props. Got that for you. Our offensive and defensive MVPs of this one. Emmett Styles, I mean, the play of the game, that third down, you get the offsetting penalties that saves them for a play, but you said, I don't care, and said, doesn't matter, it's fourth down now.
Yeah, I don't know. Last minute blitz call, and I saw the gap and just went.
And for guys, especially defensive players, how tough is it to kind of get up for a game or get ready for a game? It's a whole lot of new teammates, some new play calls to try and get all the calls right. To even have an adjustment on a late blitz like that, to have after a week of practice, has got to be pretty impressive to see.
Yeah, it's just something you got to roll with. I mean, you just got to roll with it. I don't know.
And for both you guys, I mean, last game before you move on to the next step of your life, how big is it to end on this field, end with a win, and the emotion of this game really kind of showed?
Yeah, it's huge, especially playing with my dad and a teammate. I mean, to end on something like this, it's just something you can't relive twice. So.
And of course, Mr. Shu, the winner, the touchdown going through at the end, I guess, from a game, it was the first half was a completely different game for you guys than the last 20. What were the adjustments you made offensively to get things going and to really kind of put the pressure on them?
We just figured out what they're going to run the first half, and went in the locker room. We all met as a team, figured out what worked, and, just got to it like men.
And the key play in this, and obviously the kickoff turnover, what was it like watching on the sideline, seeing that ball on the ground and seeing Caleb pick it up, and now, hey, we're right back out there?
I've known him for maybe a week, and just seeing that out of my boys, like, I consider them family now. That was just awesome to see on the side.
And kind of the same question I asked him. I mean, you're moving on to college, and the next step going after this one. What was it like, final game in the high school pads, to have an emotional moment like this, and to see you? I saw you walk off the field after the final noodle with the football, and that probably was the most precious football you've ever held.
Yeah, that definitely the most precious. But not a lot of high schoolers get to end their career with a win, and met with these boys for a week. We got to work. And to end with the win, next step of my career, it was awesome, amazing.
Okay, so we're going to do one last thing with you guys here. So you see our camera above the N in Titan?
Yep.
I'll give you these. I'll go 3, 2, 1, count you in. So I'm Styles, and we're in the house, okay? 3, 2, 1.
I'm Logan Shu.
I'm Emmett Styles.
And we're in the house.
Let's get Coach over here and celebrate this one. And Coach Wick, man, what a performance from this team in that fourth quarter. To turn things around like you guys did, to force a turnover and really put the hammer down and show what guys who have been together for a week can really do.
Yeah, we were pretty quiet over there when we were down 18-6, and then that big turnover happened, and they just turned it on. They just kept fighting. It was awesome.
And what's it like for you as a coach? Guys from all over the state. I mean, when they consider South an A player, it's most of the state. And for you guys to show up like this together for a week and to play like you did, and the clutch factor this team showed, has got to make you feel really good for you and also all your coaching staff.
Yeah, and there's a lot to do in 1 week, and these kids are all smart. They have high football IQs, and that it makes it easy. They maybe run the same things, but they call it different things. So you just try to get on the same page, and for, like you said, a couple practices, they put a good product out there today for them.
And I could tell you guys were kind of hemming and hawing on who to send over here. And Emmett with that play and that third down is such a huge play. I mean, just talk about from a defensive side of things, adjusting on the fly like that after a chaos of offsetting penalties to make a play like that and turn things around.
Right. And then Coach Rickard said, he goes, you're going to have guys playing spots that they might not practice all week just because of injury or fatigue. And, it's hot today too. So, it's just a plug-and-play type situation. They're used to that and at their own school, too, with the small rosters and stuff, but they just all stepped up tremendously tonight.
And I ask this every year, but what is a showcase like this and seeing the talent on display here show how fun 8-player football really is?
I told Jason, I said, we got the best toys in the toy box. It's, even your special teamers, sometimes you try to get kids that aren't in them too much, and these guys are all conference kids and they're on their special team. So it's a change. It's a fun week, and it's awesome to see what's out there to showcase.
Absolutely, Coach. What a performance. What a congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Coach Wick of the South as they take this one in comeback fashion, 22-18, your final. That'll wrap things up here from J.J. Keller Field at Titan Stadium. For Katie Lecton in the press box, this is Mike Welland saying so long. Big thanks as well to Jason and Travis Wilson at our halftime coverage, and our coaching staff and players out as well, and our Rich Epic Series players of the game, Emmett Styles and Logan Shu. From all of us here at Zaleski Sports, stay warm, stay safe, stay cool as well. We'll talk to you next time. Good night, everybody.